All right, this next one I'm a little conflicted about asking you, but I feel like if I don't ask you, then the fans are going to be in the comments and be like, yo, why didn't you ask him about that?
Why didn't you ask him?
Yada, yada.
What did I do now? Let's hear it.
So then it's like, I have to ask you, but then like, it's kind of a weird situation. All right.
What is it?
So you and Just Allah.
Okay. Yeah, it's not weird. What's weird about that?
I know it's not weird to you, but like, it's a whole thing. But anyways, all right. Where did the issues start between you guys to begin with?
Oh, it's easy. All right. I like Just. In my interactions with Just, we drank beers, hung out at shows, we were cool. But over the years, I've been witness to to his falling outs and talking shit to people I'm friends with, which, they're big boys, apathy and esoteric and shit. They can handle themselves. They'll be fine, Like he talks about Vinny and they'll be fine. They can handle it. I don't have to get involved in that. Just is wacky. He can be fucking wacky and I was all right with it, whatever. But it's my homie Jack Progresso. He goes by Jack Tripper now. He battles and shit and I want to say iHip-Hop or whatever the fucking leagues are. He's nice. He's not from Long Island, but he spent a lot of time in Long Island when we were all coming up. So I know him pretty well. I feel like Jack is a very underappreciated, independent, underground artist and has been for a long time. He's talented. I always thought he was dope. But, maybe it's his fault. Maybe he didn't make the best decisions or just, whatever it is, he didn't get the light that I thought he could have. And so him and Just were cool. And they were going to do a group project. So I was like, oh, nice. That'll be a good look, especially for Jack. It'll get him, exposed to more motherfucking people. So I thought that was cool. And then one day I'm fucking cruising through fucking Facebook and it's Just Allah going off talking shit about Jack. I'm like, is this guy fucking serious? Is it you serious right now? Now it's Jack is the problem. Jack's against him. Jack this, Jack that. He's talking shit. And I just got fed up, really. It was really me. I said it on him. I didn't hit him up. I could have hit him up privately and been like, what the fuck, dude? But instead, I just made a post about how he's a corn dick. And,
do you regret that? Not handling it privately?
No, I don't care at this point. We don't go back to the sandbox. I don't owe him that. I could have done that. If I didn't want this to happen or cared about it becoming what it was, but I didn't care. At that point, it was like, all right, this is what you do, whatever. So I just, made a little post on my personal Facebook and said that he's a cheese dick, in my opinion, and all he does is cause problems with people he's cool with. And, then I think he copy and pasted my message onto his page, which was pretty funny. I found that to be funny. So then I did a radio thing up with DJ Eclipse where I spit like a long ass verse promoting. I was with Matt Diamond from Coal Mine Records. We were promoting the fucking Illusion album with Vanderslice. And in the verse, I'd written the verse for the radio. Just so I had a fucking rhyme, like a long ass punchline oriented rhyme. And I dissed Just in it, just like making fun of him. And fucking, so he did his diss to me, like maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks later.
Wait,
or something.
Wasn't the battle supposed to happen before all this though?
Yeah, but it's fucking dealing with KOTD and these fucking guys is like pulling teeth, like doing any business with them. And then they were kind of worried, are you going to beat this guy up?
Because Sharon was the one that got in the comments and said that you guys should battle on KOTD, right? And you said you would do it for free. Just wanted to get paid, but Organic was a little concerned that Just wouldn't show up.
That's what they say, but he was also in messages with me concerned that I would fucking choke Just out on stage and fucking It was that. It was both things. It was definitely both.
Okay, but did he have a point?
What, that I would choke him?
That you might possibly lose it and go off like that?
I don't know if I ever done that before on stage, performing, battling. Have I ever strangled anybody? No.
I don't know. This situation could be different, I don't
It
know.
could be. I mean, maybe if he touched me or something, nothing he says is gonna make me fucking do it. It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Why was he worried about you though, Organic? If like you've never had history of that?
I don't know. Those fucking kids. Like, Organic's a nice guy, but they're a little soft, man. It's more of I've always had a bad rep with the with the west side of the country's like battle rappers, man. We didn't always get along. I was always abrasive towards them in a lot of ways. So I guess maybe I got a reputation for being a dick or something. I don't fucking know. But doing business with Organic, I mean, not to discredit anything he's done, I'm not. But in my experience was like pulling fucking teeth, because this was not the first time or the last that, my name was thrown around for somebody to battle. And it was right, like,
you were supposed to battle Pat Stay.
That was something Pat was doing though. That was different though. That was up at some festival. I think it ended up being the compliment battle with him and Roan.
Right.
Like, it was that thing. That was different. That was different. And what's it called? That's a funny story too. Fucking Pat Stay. Rest in peace, Pat, man. Shit.
Yeah, rest in peace.
There's people fucking dropping like flies in hip hop. It's crazy, man. But yeah, it was just, that shit wasn't gonna happen. The battle is just, it wasn't gonna happen. Like, getting information or numbers out of Organic is like pulling fucking teeth. Apparently, I should have just hit up Lush One and he probably could have made it happen, but I didn't even think of it.
Shout out to my bro, Lush.
Fucking Lush. He's a character, too. It's another cartoon character, man, of a human. He's cool.
That's another thing I tell people, because, like, people talk a lot of shit, but I'm like, look, the guy has contributed a lot to battle rap culture, and yes, he's done some fucked up things, too, which he's admitted. He's copped out to it that he has, right? But at the same time, like, he's so entertaining, because it's like, he has that.
I was mean to Josh, to Lush back in the day. We'll get into that. Fucking, it was his own fault, but like, being fucking hard-headed and competitive and all that shit. I'll explain it. But with Josh, like, that wasn't gonna happen. So I ended up dissing him on the radio, like in this verse. Fans let it take on a life and say, "Oh, you see this?" And then Just did that song Grease.
But before then, didn't he make a post saying that like you broke code? Like they have a code over there ignoring me, and he said that you were reprimanded
for what? I don't.
Right, so like here he wrote.
Yeah, what tell me. I don't know. I don't remember.
What happened to that battle? I knew it was never going to happen, but I actually had hope that at least one of these clowns had an ounce of courage in him to face me. Diabolic broke the code that they have of ignoring me. He was most likely reprimanded and told to not bring any more attention to one person that threatens their corny amateur music and would expose their cowardly racist scene. See, the best way to get rid of a threat is to actually defeat it or do your best to ignore it. My enemies have chosen the easiest way to deal with me. It may not win them any cool points, but suffering an actual defeat by me would be even worse.
Yeah, see, that's make-believe. Injustice Head. This is why I say, like, this is why when I did that misanthropic fiasco with King Mag and Jack and shit, it was pretty funny. It turned out funny, but yeah, that's make-believe. Nobody told me not to give him light. Like, that's not reality. It's just Organic's hard to deal with. It's not going to happen. Like, that's it. It's very simple. Dealing with Organic and then making the shit happen would be fucking too much of a pain in the ass. I can't make it happen. What do you want me to do? I'd battle you in a heartbeat. I'd fucking destroy you. Face to face, you're not built to go 2 seconds with me battling. Mind you, I've never done the modern day battling, but I came from a battle background. I was at one point a very successful battle rapper. You don't know what you're stepping into. which I proved when I dissed him on a record. I fucking obliterated him. It wasn't even close. So,
right. Well, what was your reaction when you heard Grease for the first time when he dropped that?
Oh, I fucking laughed. I laughed. I was like, this is fucking garbage. This is fucking trash. I was like, this guy, I think he fucked up. He's about to find out how bad he fucked up, which is why I dissed him and dropped it the next fucking day.
Carlton Banks is what you released.
Yeah. Carlton Banks.
And then a few months after that, you dropped Grind Mode Cypher, which your verse is going at him too.
Well, now that was done beforehand.
That was done before?
Yeah, that was done before. That was something I had just jotted down because in the course of this, I was doing a Grind Mode Cypher and dissed them on there.
Oh, because I think the release date shows it as after the.
Well, it came out after, but it was done before.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. That was. I tried to like see if we could like, not put that out, but it was already done. Lingo had that shit rolling already. I was trying to like not put that out because, the diss shit ended up happening in the meantime, So.
Because people in the comments were saying like, yo, you're a beast, you're ruthless, like you already beat him kind of thing. Like that's what some of the comments were saying, that they felt like you were overkill. Like,
that was just, I had done that because it was the timing of it. I just did it. I was like, oh, let me make fun of this fucking guy. But then he fucking, he had dropped a diss track. So I was like, oh, I got to respond. I got to kill him. I wasn't going to wait for the grind mode thing. Because I had hit Lingo up like, maybe like I do a different verse for this, but we'd already filmed it and shit.
Right.
So it was like, it would have been impossible, basically.
Did you see where he said, I'm about to get very real for a second. I love rap, but I realized that early that I would need a second hustle for bread. If you're a starving artist, you need to put down the paintbrush and find a way to make money. The rappers you see in the underground aren't making any real money. Diabolic doesn't even have a couple grand in the bank, always dresses like a bum. He begs for money with GoFundMe pages and begs for shows. Most likely he lives off help from his parents. Then he starts talking about Esoteric and,
none of that's true.
And other people having money. And that's how you guys are able to do like this hobby of yours of rapping and being underground.
Maybe that's Just's reality, but Just also doesn't own his music. That's his problem. You took shitty deals and didn't work through them like Vinny did, who intentionally took a fucking monetarily not a great situation at Baby Grand, but built it into where he could turn it into a bunch of fucking dough. That's Just's reality. That's not my reality. I make a ton of dough off music in perspective, not like I make millions of dollars off fucking music, but I make enough to live off music because I own my shit. That's the difference. You don't own your shit. You did not do the work to release your own shit. You went through scrub fucking labels that don't pay you. And it didn't work out for you, whereas it worked out for other people. It's a hustle. It's hard. Not everybody's going to be able to do it, but I make a fucking living off it. He's fucking bugging. He's fucking bugging. His reality is he's a very jaded dude, bro. He's kind of a savant. He's good with words. Like when he writes, like a paragraph, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. But it's imaginary. That none of that's true. Esoteric has always been good at music business. Always. Always been good at it since it was 7L and Esoteric. They had good fucking situations, indie deals. Look what he's built out of him and Inspector Deck with Czarface.
Right, Czarface, yeah.
You don't think he's making money? Like, you think mommy and daddy are giving him fucking stipends so he can go play Czarface with Inspector Deck? Oh, okay. If you say so. If you say so, but that's not reality because I know how music business works, where Just is just completely delusional and clueless. He's kind of retarded in a lot of ways. He is. He's kind of retarded. It's weird to watch.
And then the other thing that I found that he said was Diabolic might just be the biggest sissy in all of hip hop, has problems with every artist he's ever worked with, makes the most.
Oh no, that's mine. Those are my words.
Oh, he
He just
copied
took
that.
mine. That's why I said it was kind of funny. Yeah, that was copy and
Oh, okay.
pasted.
So he copied this
But he
bottom
changed
part,
it to my name.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
he said Diabolic.
Yeah.
He just put Diabolic. He put Diabolic instead of Just Alive. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. That was the best part of what he did when we were beefing. See, I kind of like, all right, in a way, I regret that because I liked Just prior to the fact. He's friends with one of my best friends. You know, like Nightwalker is one of my best friends. And he's still cool with Just. Like, they're still cool as far as I know. It's not like when me and Tech were beefing, Nightwalker was still going to tech shows and chilling with them when they were in Chicago. Like, I'm not one to be like, you can't be friends with my friend, you know, like, that's fucking weird and kind of junior high girl style. But like, I liked Just, you know, and like there was a point where there was potentially a few of us putting together like a little group project back in, you know, like maybe 2010, 2011, something like that. Never came to fruition, but the idea was there. And we were always cool. But yo, Just does some bipolar ass shit sometimes, man. Like and then he gets on this, oh, it's the Whitey. Whitey's after me. Like, just give me a fucking break, bro. You're just, stop it. You could be ultra pro-black. But, you know, it's not the racism of the Whitey in the underground that's holding you back in the underground. It's your poor decision-making and lack of output. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. You could be doing better if you put out your own records, you produce them. This is just my opinion, but you know, he turns it into this fucking song and dance, which I never had a problem with. You could say that shit on the internet. I never got into it with him about that. I don't give a fuck. I don't even think he believes that bullshit. I think he does in theory, but if we were hanging out, he'd be like, hey, you know, I don't think he would fucking hold to that 100%.
Is there any way that you guys could squash it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could. Yeah, why not? I don't feel like it's anything. I feel like it's, you know, it was what it was. And, you know, there's some rap shit. You know, we talked shit on the internet and then we rapped about it. And we had a poem battle on beats. You know what I'm saying? Like we did our thing and didn't work out as well for him, you know.
You don't look at it like my team is beefing with you. People I'm cool with is beefing with you, so I can't be cool with you. You don't look at it like that. You let your friends handle their situations.
No, not in these situations. I mean, I'm sure a situation could arise like that if somebody violated somebody I'm close with enough, but I don't feel like any of these things were. Like, I don't think the falling out I had with Technique was worth me telling Nightwalker you can't be friends with Technique it was thus going down the chain of it's going to make it awkward for you being friends with Penn, you being friends with Chino and Bobby Bowdit and all these other people that you've developed. Probably he's closer to Chino than I was. You know, like I'm supposed to do that? That's fucked up. That would be fucked up on my part. Nothing was done. You know, maybe if he like fucked my wife, if I had one or something, maybe I might be like, I don't know. I really feel that comfortable with it, or like they, you know, tried to kill me. You know, like actually the wife part wouldn't care that much. If they tried to murder me, I might say I don't really want to be around people who are hanging around with the people who attempted to murder me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got you.
That's about it. You know, I don't know, hypothetically speaking, but like, I look at these scenarios like they are pretty petty. You know, people have been watching enough rapper goings on the internet to know that we can be quite petty sometimes. And you know, it is an ego-driven fucking game. There's a lot of dick measuring going on. It's competitive. And when people pop shit, you tend to want to respond and be like, you know, blow me. I'll murder you, you know? And, you know, but it doesn't have to go beyond that. It's not like we beat the fuck out of each other or somebody got jumped. Not that.
Well, but maybe I should have led with, can you guys squash it versus you saying he's retarded and that type of stuff first?
I mean, I said that to him when we talked about it. And then I said, yo, I would talk to you about all this shit. I would sit down and talk to you about the things I don't even agree with. We could do it privately, publicly. I don't really care. I don't care if you don't want to. If you want to get up at a show and drink, I'd prefer that.
Right.
You want to go back? Let's just be buddies again. Like, I'll give you my opinion on, I think you need to mellow the fuck out. I do. I think, you know, like you're the constant in burning a lot of fucking bridges, man. You know, like I've been the constant in that a couple times. I'm aware of my involvement in these things. I'm very self-aware. You know, I have my biases towards myself and my role in these things, but it doesn't change the fact that I am involved in them. I do play a fucking role in it. I am guilty of some of
So
it.
do you empathize with him? Do you empathize with him in that way though, since you can understand or kind of relate to like?
It's tough, man, because dude, I know the people he's talking shit about.
Mm-hmm.
I know them. They're easy to deal with, dude. It's tough for me to empathize with him. I don't even know why he talks shit about Esoteric. I don't even know how that goes. Esoteric's a nice fucking guy. You know, like, I was looking to do some cool gigs. I hit up Esoteric. Fucking, I opened up for Czarface in Brooklyn last year. Just hit him up. Yeah, you mind if I jump on? Get like 20 minutes to open up? And he's like, fuck yeah, here, I'll hit up the promoter right now. I connected us and I opened up for Czarface. I was just looking to do a couple gigs that were good. I didn't want to do rinky-dink bullshit. You know, I was trying to, you know, test drive my skills a little bit.
Right.
I wanted to do a good show. And that place was packed. It was like 400 or 500 people there. It was awesome. And, you know, like, he didn't have to do that. We're not best buddies, but he, you know, we're cool. And he hooked me up. You know, Apathy and me are mad tight. You know, like, Apathy's a nice guy. He's easy to fucking deal with. I don't understand how you have all this beef with all these guys, like, that I know. And they're fucking like, King Mag is hilarious. He had a problem with King Mag. How do you have a problem with King Magnetic? Like, you guys were cool. You were in a crew. I get it. Things fell apart. But, like, now King Mag's a coon and this and that because he thinks you're being fucking silly, you know? It's like, come on, man. Come on. It's just absurd to me. Him and Vinny, yeah, I guess it gets a little more personal because that's business. But Vinny also welcomed him back into that crew and then just fucked it up again. You know, like he could have been making Jedi Mind Tricks money right fucking now. But he went kind of bipolar and caught feelings about some bullshit that you could have just shut the fuck up about that was not a white and black thing. It was you being a fucking knucklehead thing, in my personal opinion.
You're talking about what you said about him getting drunk and missing his set, or?
Yeah, just being a fucking knucklehead. He kept fucking up and being a fuck up. He's done it many times. It is what it is. You know, you gotta step it up a little, man. You could be making a fucking pretty penny off Jedi Mind Tricks, putting records out and selling merch and shit. You could be. Vinny welcomed you back. You guys had a falling out. Vinny built this machine, and he welcomed you back in. Like, do you know what a blessing that is? That's because you had a relationship when you were young and that was a friend of yours. But you chose to not be a friend and just be a fuck up and then blame him for it. And now look at you. You're complaining about, oh, you got to have a second gig. You got to do this. You can't make money in hip hop. No, you can't make money in hip hop. Vinny's making money in hip hop and he welcomed you in to make money in hip hop. You know, that's just how I see it. But, you know, these are just opinions. This is going to sound way worse. And him hearing it will probably trigger him and make him go fucking crazy again. But, like, it is what it is. You know, I'd piece it out with Just. I'd go get beers with him right now and eat cheeseburgers. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, well, that got out of hand quick, huh, Just? Let's get a beer. You know? Whatever. All good. Not that serious.